Hi there. Welcome to the complete session on Core Java by Ether. The entire course is divided into 14 sessions with complete lab sessions and theoretical knowledge. The content of this course is in accordance with the certification exam. Here we will give an overview of all the sessions, and in later sessions, we'll take up each session separately. Alright, let's begin with session 1. In this session we discuss programming structures in Java, and talk about foundation of the Java platform and a bit of history and evolution. Next is to install and understand features of Java, which makes it a very popular programming language with programmers. Further defining environment variable and making it run, discuss about fundamentals of JDK, JRE, and JVM. It is very important to understand fundamentals, and hence in this session, we'll discuss primitive data types, variables, constants, operators, and strings and control flow. Moving further to section 2, talks about object-oriented programming, which is basically a methodology to design a program using classes and objects. In detail we'll discuss abstraction, polymorphism, inheritance, and method overloading, which are object-oriented programming principles. Under Java, naming conventions, rules, and conventions related to naming class and data and interface, which is basically a blueprint of class, will be covered. At the end of session 2, Java package, garbage collection, and access modifier will be covered. Alright, in third session, focus will be on Java programs and learn to write a program. Related to Java programming, the main method, its parameters and return type will be discussed, and then move on to method overriding. Our next session talks about statements. Basically we will learn to form a complete command to be executed, which can include one or more expressions. This session will talk about various statements like conditional statements, looping statements, and switch statements, which are further categorized into like, if, else if, nested else if. For looping statements like for, while, and do while, and switch statements that provide options to execute certain code. This session helps in building logic for the program. Moving further to our fifth section that covers Java input-output stream classes. See, Java has many built-in classes for input and output of data. By using these classes one can do operations on file, like writing on external file through Java program or reading file content to the program. Here we will cover concept of I/O in Java. We will create binary and text files using Java programs. We will use Java input and output classes to write and read from text or binary file. We will also understand the mechanism of the buffer class that interacts between source file and destination. Main topics that will be covered in this section are streams in Java. Java uses pool of characters to read or write operations. We will understand I/O streams, then we will see and use classes of input-output streams like Java buffered output input stream, Java sequence input and byte array stream, data output input stream, Java filter input stream, Java console and file permission class. There are many like file writer, file reader and print stream class, buffered writer and buffered reader class, char array writer, string writer reader class, and string buffer, builder and tokenizer class. For practicals we request you to keep your laptops ready. As we progress in our course, there will be various labs into it. Moving next to sixth section of this course. The section will mainly focus on understanding Java package, interfaces and sub-packages, and also talks about exceptions, which is basically an error event that can happen during the execution of a program, and to learn to create packages and handle exceptions is very essential, and along with the session we will have lab session for each block. After exception we will move to our next session, that is multithreading and synchronization. That is the section 7, and learn how multithreading enables you to write in a way where multiple activities can proceed concurrently in the same program. It will also focus on the synchronization of threads. We will discuss multithreading and its advantages, with the live examples where multithreading is used. In details, discuss further about lifecycle of a thread, like to create thread, extend thread class, implementation of runnable interface, thread scheduler in Java, thread priority, Daemon thread will be discussed with examples. At the end of the session, garbage collection, synchronization and its types, important components will be discussed. Moving further, in session 8 focus is on regular expression and inner classes. Regular expression in Java is used to validate data, input data in desired format. We will discuss about all the classes of regular expression and talk about Java inner classes. Java provides the facility to create class with a class or method. We can have multiple class in a class. Topics that will be covered in this section are Java Regex UTIL package. Java UTIL package contains all the classes of regular expression. We will use matcher class, and pattern class. After Regex classes, we will focus on Java inner classes. We will create Java member inner class, Java anonymous class, Java local inner class, static nested class, and nested interface. In the practical exam, Java provides frameworks like AWT and Swing to create GUI desktop applications. In this section, our main emphasis will be on creating GUI applications using Java AWT and Swing frameworks. We will also talk about event handling in the AWT and Swing. We will discuss about Java AWT and components. We will use some of the components in examples. Then we will focus on AWT event handling, AWT button class, action listener interface, Java adapter classes. Close AWT window. After AWT we will talk about Swing in Java and hierarchy of Swing, Swing Jbutton, change title icon, and make executable file in Java. We will have lab also for the classes. This course is complete practical approach. Moving further, next session is Java networking. Java networking allows you to communicate with the other Java applications, like chatting with server and client. In this session, we will learn about different terminologies: IP address, port number, MAC address, connection-oriented and connection-less protocols, sockets, and other classes related to Java networking. We will create a socket programming to communicate with client and server. Another very interesting topic in Java is JDBC. In this session, learn to create, manipulate, and manage database with Java programs using Jdbc APIs. Here, Jdbc drivers that are used to connect programs to database will be discussed, and also talk about the various types of Jdbc drivers like Jdbc-odbe bridge driver, native API driver, network protocol driver, thin driver. In this session we will see how to connect to these databases like Oracle and MySQL with our Java application. Further mechanism of driver manager and connection interface, statement interface, Resultset interface, Preparedstatement interface will be discussed with example. In this session we will also understand transaction management in Jdbc, Jdbc rowset. Okay, our 12th session of this course talks about collection and reflection frameworks. These frameworks are basically classes and interfaces that are used to manipulate string data. There are several classes of these two frameworks. We will focus on some of the mostly used and important classes and APIs. The topics that will be covered in this section are shown on the screen. To name a few are Iterator interface, Java array list and example, Java linked list and example, Java list interface and Java hash set class, Java linked hash set class and Java treeset class, and further. Reflection in Java. And all these API have lab sessions. Then at the 13th section, we will discuss RMI framework of Java. C. The remote method invocation is an API to provide a mechanism to create distributed application in Java. It is very important topic for creating remote desktop applications. Topics that will be covered in this session are Stub Skeleton, these are the objects of RMI. Then we will have RMI Example, and at end have Lab Session. In the last 14th session, we will focus on some other topics related to Java like applets, date-time APIs, serialization and deserialization, transient keywords, and some other topics as well. We will have details knowledge of applet, its class, its life cycle, AWT component class, and we will have example of applet as well. Then we will learn about serialization, in which we convert state of object to the byte stream. We will see its serializable interface and have example of it also. Then we will talk about deserialization, in which byte stream is converted to object. It is reverse of serialization. We will have example of it. We will also see transient keywords that restrict its data member to be serialized. Then we will talk about time and date classes in Java. Java provides several classes for time and date. We will see some of them with example. Important classes of time and date are as on the screen. These entire course on Core Java is covered in 14 very interactive sessions. If you wish to learn advanced Java, Java frameworks like Spring, Hibernate, Struts. Also for web services. You can log into our website for more other courses. Link is given in the description section. Happy learning!